2025 Elite Exalt LD. What's different than the other one? Hello, welcome back to the YouTube channel. MFJJ here at PodiumArcher.com, looking at the fourth Elite bow for this year, the Elite Exalt LD. Now, what I would chalk this up to probably, since they came out with that Exalt target bow, was they're trying to make you a long draw bow. That's awfully nice of them for you big lurchers out there that can need that. Your specs on this bow are 7 1/8 brace, 34 and 15/16 axle to axle, up to 335 FPS with the speed mods. 4.8 pounds, 26.5 to 32 inches of draw length. That's a good spread for a long draw guy. 50 pounds, 60 pounds, 65 pounds, 70 pound, and 75 pound. Probably available in about 100 different colors and options and whatnot. Has the new pick mount system on here, which they still haven't sent out the pieces that attach to here, but there's supposed to be multiple different options, including a bipod, which is cool. And I like the fact that they used an actual universal bracket as opposed to your own fabricated thing to work. So that is a generic pick mount. So anything pick mounted could bolt on here or bolt on here. Front integration, rear integration, and offering Hamskea and QAD fits. So you're not stuck with just one, which is nice. It's good to see that. But other than that, it's the same riser that they made on the other target bow. They do have a V-bar bracket as well. So lots of features built into this bow. A little on the heavy side, but for how long of a bow it is, it's not a shocker. And they still have the fast tuning system on the limb pocket and the adjustable cable guard for manipulating your wheeling, plus spacers. Once again, I'm going to say, try to get your wheeling as straight as possible with the spacers before you ever touch this or this. Please, it's going to work out a lot better for you, and the bow's going to perform better for you in those positions. Let's check some of this stuff. All right, let's check the axle to axle length. We're going from left side of the axle to the left side of the axle. Just to clarify that for somebody who thinks I'm measuring end to end over. 34 and 15/16. That's spot on. Let me mark that. Tricky part is holding this with my pen and this at the same time. Going to give ourselves a riser length measurement, which might be a little tricky with that knob sitting. There we go. All right, so it's where the limb pocket and the limb meet is what I'm measuring for riser length. That looks like 33.5. That's long. 33.5. Going to measure the actual riser reflex. So we're going to line that up kind of right there. Got to bring it down a little bit so I get that in there. All right, slide this in here. Gosh dang. Almost like I should put a clamp on this or something. Looks like right at 2 inches of reflex. Okay, and we're going to measure the brace height. So I'll bring this back like this, rotate it back like this. Shallowest point to the front of the string is 7 1/16. You get 7 1/8. However, I've been getting discrepancies in front side of the string, back side of the string. It's supposed to be the front side of the string. I mean, So back side of the string's in 1/4. So maybe that is about 1/8. 1/8? Yeah, we'll call it 1/8. That's good. That's good. Good, good, good. All right, let's check our physical weight, our draw length, and our load out point. Zero it out and just hang it and make sure it's not touching anything. So coming up at 5 to 5.1, it's like bouncing in between there. It does have this little dampener on here and that, which guaranteed they take that off to measure it. So I'm going to say that's spot on. That's about 4.8 because we're taking off some arrow weight or some weight for the arrow rest and for that little dampener right there, because every manufacturer does not weigh those things when they're weighing their bow. Okay, so on draw length, we're going to the center bolt hole there, and that's easily 30 3/8. So it's definitely long, 30 1/4, 30 3/8. We're long on the draw by a pretty good amount, which is amazing for a company that's given me every other length exact. Like they're spot on every other measurement, but not that one for some reason. Might have something to do with speed. Okay, loadout point. It's looking right at 36. Loadout point 36. So its loadout point is longer than its axle to axle, which is good. It's going to feel like a longer bow. All right. 70.2. Perfect. Okay, now's the spot where we shoot 3 arrows for sound as well as the 350 grain speed ratings for the bows. And because of the chronograph, the decibel meter, I can't speak. I may say something too loud that'll trigger it and make it louder than the bow because, believe it or not, my voice can be just as loud as the bow's going off in here. So I'm going to be quiet for the next 3 arrows or just whisper to you, and then after that I'll talk normal. All right, here we go. .325, 323, average 324. All right, 324 average right now. .324, 327, I'll go 325. We're averaging 325. .325. All right, 325. All right, so now we're shooting the 450 grainers and then the 650 grainers, and then we'll come back and shoot at 28 inches on the 450s. We'll see what we get. All right, 450s and then 650s. .288, 288. So that's a 288er. .287, 289, so still 288. All right, arrow number 3, 450s. This bow does pull pretty darn nice, and I just love their grip. They do a really good job. 287, 26, all right, so 288 average, and then we'll shoot some 650s. Let me write that down. And let's shoot some 650s. Also known as adult arrows. We're adulting. .241. That was weird. 286 something. Must have not picked up that. That's all right. I'm gonna have to reset that here in a minute. One thing I have noticed with the Garmin is once it gets about 15, 20 speeds in it, you got to reset it or it just starts to do weird stuff. So 241. .241, 240. There you go. Still give you a 241er. And one more. .238, 241. So average 241. Let's set this thing at 28 and shoot it one more time. All right, these are now the 28-inch draw length setting with 450 grain arrows, so we can do some math for you. Here we go. Always, first time I pull it back, it always feels so weird because it's so short in relation. 271, 269, so average 270. .267, 270, so 269 between the 4. One more. 269. Yep, 269. All right, let's finish this thing out. Let's see here. That's 69, 79, 89, that's 17. So 16 is 88.5 FPS per 1 inch. All right, for speed, well, we got 269 at 28 inches, 286 at 30 inches. A little quick math for you, it's 8.5 feet per second per inch, so you can roughly use that number to determine what kind of speed you would get at what length on which one. At 350, it's going to be more than that, and at 650, it's going to be less than that per inch, but it's a guideline to get you rolling, and the majority of people are using around 450 grain arrow. That's why we do 450 grains, because I'm not going to do all of them for you. You got to do some work yourself here, people. All right, we got 325, so that's going to give you a 10 on speed. Weight, you've got a 4.8 pound bow that was spot on for that weight, but 35 axle to axle. It's not horrible. I'm going to give you a decent score, though, because this is a 35-inch bow. I'll give you a 5. Tunability, you have spacers and 10,000 spacers, not 20,000 spacers or 30,000 spacers like some manufacturers, so there's some good variety there. This tunability feature here for fine tuning and this tunability feature here for fine tuning, that's pretty good. There is no timing adjustments, and this could be refined a little better, but it's a good amount of tunability. It's more than most have, so I'll give you a 10 on that grain. Integrations and features. There are so many different things on here. I don't know where to begin, to be honest. Front mount rest, rear mount rest, both styles of rest. V-bar bracket, 2-piece quiver, low profile 2-piece quiver, coming soon, just haven't seen it yet, but it does exist. V-bar bracket, I mean, multiple places to mount a stabilizer, multiple places to mount a rear bar, multiple places to mount weight. I mean, that's a lot. Like, I got to give you like a 9 for that, because they are also making 3 or 4 different things that attach to this that are specific to their bows. I got to give you a lot on there, because that's a heck of a lot. All right, honesty. Let's see here. Axle to axle, spot on. Brace height, spot on. Weight, spot on. Draw length, 3/8 of an inch long. You still were really pretty honest, but well, your speed's 10 foot. Yeah, because it was 335. Is that what it? Let me triple check. Yeah, up to 335. So you're 10 feet slow plus your 3/8 of an inch long, which really is more like 14 feet slow. But everything else measured right. I'm going to give you a 9 for honesty. I will, because everything else measured right. You don't need to fluff your speeds. It's not necessary. It's not going to make or break the sale on any of this stuff. Stop making such a big deal about it. It doesn't matter. The average person doesn't really care, and a small percentage of people are going to buy it expecting it to get it. So if you're fudging it, you're going to run into a problem. Feel. These bows feel great. I can't say that enough. Like, I really like the grip. Very vibration low or free. No real motion after the shot. I mean, they feel really good. I'm going to give them an 8. Design and forgiveness. Now, there is 2 inches of reflex in this bow, and a bow this long does not need that much reflex. However, your riser length is almost as long as your axle to axle. Your load out point's longer than your axle to axle. Stability on this bow should be really high, but 2 inches of reflex on this long of a bow, I'll give you a 6. Value, this bow is $13.99. Now, this is kind of a confusing thing for me to actually give you, because this is also kind of a target bow. It's along the realm of their other target bows. You can get it in target colors, long draw configurations. This is hard to, it's hard to give it a value, because $13.99 is on the high side of a 35-inch axle-to-axle bow, but it's also somewhat considered a target bow. $13.99 is kind of cheap on a target bow. I'm going to give you a 3. I don't think it's too much. I don't think it's too little. I think it's relatively fair. It's definitely really fair if you consider it a target bow. If you consider it a hunting bow, it's offering most things that the others are in the similar price point, and it's not a ton heavier. It is heavier. Well, we'll see what the other ones come out with this coming year. Sound, we're giving you a 3 because we keep coming up with the same-ish numbers, give or take a half to 1. We're going to have to go back and address that and look at that a little more thoroughly and see if there's something we're missing here, because we keep getting really similar numbers no matter what we're doing. So there's something I think we're overlooking there. Appeal and quality. Quality on Elite's always been there. They're a great brand. They make good quality stuff. They've had their issues in the past, as has every other brand, by the way. For all you slammers of one brand or another, say how horrible this is, every brand's had a problem once and again on a given product, something they missed in testing and development. Stop bashing the other brands, guys. Everybody's fucked up. Let's be fair about it. Speaking of everybody fucking up, support your local pro shop. Maybe they didn't do you right at one point or not, okay? but we're all human, we all make mistakes, and we all can fall short in life. Give your local pro shop another chance if you're not giving them a chance. From me, please, give them a chance. They need you, you need them in the long run to be successful and functional. If you're going to buy it online, and only if you're going to buy it online, podiumarcher.com, all those archery needs, $99 and up is free shipping, and use coupon code MFJJ to save you a little money. But only if you're going to buy it online. I don't want the pro shop's business. I want Amazon's business. I want the other mail order company's business. I don't want the pro shop's business. Go see your local pro shop. Not chain store, pro shop, please. Okay, so appealing quality. These things look good, man. They did a really good job. The finish is really good. Quality's there. I see good durability out of these products in the long run. I'm going to give them a 4. All right, so let's see what we come up with. 15, 25, 34, 43, 51, 57, 60, 67. Right here. Comment on these scores and what I'm saying and what I'm pointing out. Maybe I'm an idiot, maybe I'm a moron, maybe I'm overvaluing or undervaluing, but I think that's really fair for what you're getting and what you're buying. Those numbers speak for themselves. Tell me what you think in the comments down below. Trolls, get ready and have fun. Thanks for watching.